Not check out Megs. Well, check out Megs, but check out what Megs is doing. And that's all she's got to say about that.
Good morning. We have woken up and discovered that we have no coffee. And we don't start a day without coffee in this house. So we are off to the coffee store. And we'll get into gardening when we get back. We're home. We've got coffee. We are cooking up our breakfast. Our wonderful cleaners, Deb and Dave, came yesterday, and you wouldn't even know it today.
Yeah, that's because we're teaching our kids to do toast.
Yeah.
Which is always a great experience.
Well, if you could smell the kitchen right now, you'd understand why we are speaking that way. But I'm tipping you can see the smoke up by the light there, so that might give you an indication of how breakfast cooking went this morning. I'm going to smash down this breakfast and then we'll see you in the garden. Go get your coffees ready to join us.
Alright, so I'm going to get started. I'm mulching today. I'm probably going to get sick of it. Probably not before the neighbours do though. So we're going to do some mulching and then we'll go clear the backyard a bit more. Just keep getting through it as much as we can. At the front's looking pretty good. The trailer's obviously not going to move too far. I'm just going to put that sort of towards the front just for effect really, to make it look neater. You can see what I've done here. It doesn't look like I've done much, but I've actually done a heap here. Well, I'm going to get back into it. Just before I got into it, I'd just sort of share this week with you guys. So this week I was turned 45. 45 was a big one for me. A couple of years ago, you already heard, I had a car accident. I feel pretty old and sore since then. And yeah, I seem to lift a lot and do a lot, but generally I feel a fair bit of pain from it. So I feel a lot more fragile than I used to. And hitting 45 for me was quite a challenge. It doesn't seem like it's a hard thing to do. You just literally turn up when you're 45. 45 was the age my dad died. And so I was a bit older than my oldest son, Levi. But yeah, he only made it to 45. And I just think about putting in all the hard yards in life, like he did. My dad was a very hard worker, like ridiculous. He used to work his butt off. He's such a hard worker, and everyone used to say it. How do you get this energy? Like, how do you keep going? Because he was just amazing. Super fit, not like myself. I'm far from that these days. But yeah, he only lived to 45. And I just look back now and I just think, man, that's me. And imagine my life just ending right now. Not that you'd know he's ended, but to think that I've left behind everything that I have, like my family and all those sort of things. It sort of made me a little sad, and I have been dwelling on it for probably the last 12 months, knowing that this was actually coming up. So it's actually been something that's been a bit of a challenge, I suppose, to just not focus on the negative. And yeah, okay, I've hit 45, and if I go now, that's pretty unlucky that both of us have gone at the same age. But it's also been something to think about, where what am I leaving behind? So I've just spent a lot of the last few days not whinging and being a sour face, but just thinking about stuff and spending time on the chipper and just trying to focus on my life. So I've only got one video of my dad. Obviously 20 years ago, it was 20 odd years ago, it was there wasn't that many cameras around. I found YouTube to be a great like a platform for documentation, so my kids can see like stuff of me and stuff with them in the future. Yeah, we've all been working hard on these gardens, but there's been so many positives that have come out of doing this for us as a family. The kids are going forwards in leaps and bounds. Their learning's been amazing. The stuff with the chooks has been great. They've stepped up. The chicks coming through, what they've seen by a bit of hard work has been also encouraging for them. And I know Bindy's pushing hard as a 5-year-old. She wants to get involved in doing the hard stuff, doing the more responsible house chores. She made breakfast this morning and it was not much butter, lots of Vegemite, but she put in the real hard yards to try and learn, and she's trying to learn that, and Ezra's wanting to help as well. Last night we had an incident. We had Western Power down the road putting in a power pole or something like that. It was scheduled power outages overnight, which meant that because we cut this tree down out the front, you can sort of see under the tree to them working. So most of the night Rufus was on edge and barked most of the night, and when he barks it normally means there's either someone there or he's busting into a crap, and we just assumed that he was getting annoyed at these guys from Western Power, but no, he was busting for a crap. So he crapped inside, and it wasn't too much of a big deal, but Ezra got up this morning, our 4-year-old, and cleaned up the dog poo without being asked. Just saw something that needed to be done and stepped up. And our kids could probably be some of the most trying kids that you've ever met, but they use their brain and their initiative to do things that need to be done, and they're becoming more independent. Sometimes that comes with our mental state, but it's also, if you look back at it, it's actually a real positive thing to see. So there's been lots of good things that have come out of this whole makeover, 30-day makeover, and I hope that in the future this will continue to push them forward. We're trying to raise independent thinking, critical thinking children. I think it's something that's sort of being lost, but I hope that we can change that and make a difference in our family, so that they are less reliant on us, should I say, and can actually think for themselves and do things for themselves. We don't live forever, and so we need to make sure that they're prepared for whatever comes their way. Hey, I might live to 90, and that'd be great. I hope I don't feel like this at 90. But yeah, it's, who knows what's going to happen in the future. And I'm thankful for the platform that we have to be able to, for my kids to be able to look back and see this stuff. We're going to get back into the garden now. I'm going to continue on to this mulching, this mulch, massive mulch pile. I'm not going to sit here and make you watch 6 hours of mulching. I say 6 hours, but I feel like it's going to be way more than that.
I didn't break it. I'm just fixing it. I'm not going to break it. Just because I really So Les has just started up the medicine side because I felt the temperature drop really quickly, and it's actually quite chilly here now, even though the sun is shining beautifully. So I asked him to start the fire. And that's why you can see all this smoke here. I don't know if you can see it properly on the camera, but it's here and it's thick. You're welcome, neighbours.
Right, been going for a couple of hours now. Check it out. Honestly, I don't feel like I'm really going to get this all done today. And we've got lots of other jobs to do in the yard. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to keep going over the next few days on this. I'd only do a couple of hours a day. It must be driving the neighbours crazy. The sound of that chipper going is just horrible. So I'm sure they're sick of it. So I might just give them a bit of grace. Do a couple of hours a day. Megs is working hard. She's a hard worker. So I'm going to go check out Megs. See what she's up to. Not check out Megs. We'll check out Megs, but check out what Megs is doing. Hey babe.
Hi.
How's mumming going? And that's all she's got to say about that.
Okay, it's late afternoon. I'm going to go and whip up some editing magic so that you guys can see all the best bits of what we did today. I'll just do a quick pan around to see if you can notice any differences behind me as I go. Drop a comment below if you picked it, not sure if you will. So that's it for another day in the garden. Hey!
Almost it for another day with these damn chooks too.
Oh dear.
Moving them is not fun.
Just because they're all stubborn and they don't want to do what they're told, really.
Yep. It's like dealing with kids.
It is pretty much exactly the same as dealing with kids. Look at this one.
Yeah.
Cool, so thank you for coming along with us today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Anything to say? You got words?
I have no words. I'm lost for words.
He's got no
still
words.
Going with the wood chips.
Yeah.
I would like to have had it done by now.
Would you?
I would.
Oh God.
Yep. But I'll keep chipping away. And
do you know, I get to live with this kind of human every day.
Yeah.
I'm so lucky.
Today I decided to branch out and do something a little bit different and do the backyard with the kids and stuff because they didn't do it on their own. So yeah, I'll branch back in tomorrow and chip away. Anyway,
Cool. All right.
we're done.
Make sure you drop a comment. Tell us your favourite part.
Sorry about these chooks, they won't shut up.
They're the best part, aren't they?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And if you don't mind, we would appreciate it if you shared our videos around a little bit. Actually, just share the whole channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, not just a specific video, because our whole channel is great, really.
Yeah, because these jokes suck, and if people just come and watch this video, they'll never come back again.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That and our fashion as well.
Yeah, our cool fashion.
Anyway, subscribe as well, because we love it, and it makes us happy, and content like this will make you happy too.
Yep.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow from our family to yours.
God bless.